You're a creative and you're starting a new project, right? So what you do is you go on Pinterest and you search for hours and hours and hours for content. Content that you put maybe afterwards into a mood board, maybe something where you want to show ideas or get an inspiration, like here in this particular case, for a certain handbag. And hey, we found our handbag. We found the most amazing thing we wanted to work with, and we want to put it into our mood board, but with our own color scheme. And one particular thing annoys us in this image. It's the background. We want to get rid of the background. We want to have only the object without any particular noise, without any farb scheme in the background. We just want to have the very object of our desires put into our mood board. So how can we do this? Well, of course, you can do this with the lasso tool, but you can also do it with AI. And for this, we are here to show you how you can do this kind of easily on your own PC using ComfyUI. So let's get started. And now I would suggest to dive directly into ComfyUI and how to make the background removal thingy. Don't worry, the workflow today is also kind of short, so this is pretty nice in ComfyUI that sometimes complex appearing tasks, the workflows are kind of easy thanks to the extension community in ComfyUI. The thing is that we need to install an extension first. And for this, we go to the manager. We go then to Custom Nodes Manager. And I have to tell you one thing, that I already installed it. So I'm not going to reinstall it, right? It's kind of would be a little bit useless. But the thing is, you have here a lot of extensions. You can click on install and then the things are installed in the background. I just want to make you aware that sometimes there are scripts, well, not sometimes, it may occur that certain scripts may have parts in the program you don't want to have on your computer. The thing is, especially the bigger extensions, they have a lot of community attention. A lot of people are looking into the code. So if there is no malicious thing, then people will not complain, right? I don't want to make you afraid or something, just giving you the awareness that you are installing something that is not part of the official ComfyUI team or repository or from the team. These are people like you and me with some coding skills creating extensions. But long story short, most of it is a good thing. To see how the nodes are being sorted, we go here to the right side and we see this small star symbol here, 5,550. What does it mean? Well, on GitHub, if you have never heard about GitHub, it's like a website where you can store code and share it with others. For example, if it's open source. And if people like certain things, they give it a star, like a like basically, for their own watch list to see if something changed or so. And here, over 5,000 is kind of a good thing, also indicates that a lot of people are using this particular node. Now there are also here some information about the last updates 7 months ago, which also indicates whether certain things are maintained or not. 7 months is not that bad. It's kind of good, so don't worry about that. The conflicts here, you don't have to really worry about the conflicts for now. We will take a look at this in the later video. And the thing is here that sometimes nodes have certain versions or certain code that may collide with the nodes of other extensions. This is not a security issue or a major problem. We can handle that. I will show you in the future. But today, this is not a problem. What I'm going to do is I go to the filter because I already installed the node, and I go to installed. And there you see on the ID 85, ComfyUI InspireNet RemBG. We will install 2 nodes. You already see that I already updated everything. I can also install. I can also try to update it or switch the versions. I installed the most recent one, which is already a year old, but you will see it's kind of nice. And we can also click here on the link to see the official repository of it. Now, the thing is, this is not the only solution that enables us to remove the background. That's important for you to know. But I want to show you one thing, and I would say we go into the node and just take a look at the text to make you aware of something else. And here we have the code. It's maybe if you're not a coder, it may look a little bit overwhelming or complex, but most importantly, what we have here are 2 things: the text, the description a little bit, and also the license. And here we have a MIT license, which says that we can use it completely in a very permissive way. We can use it also even commercially. However, sometimes people create nodes with a certain license, but they use models that are not in a license in a fashion that you would like to have. Like, for example, here, the model we use, InspireNet, is also MIT licensed, so it allows us to use it for commercial purposes. Now, there are other background removal tools I'm now citing. I did not cross-check it now. Like, for example, another background removal tool model that does not allow the commercial usage. Now, if you're just a creative doing your hobby work, it's fine. But if you are in a commercial context, like an agency, product designer, or what have you, you really have to be careful with the licenses. Otherwise, you can get into trouble. But InspireNet is good to go. And I would go, let's go back to Comfy and see what we can do. And for this, we are simply clicking double click here and load an image. We will use an image loader here. Here's a Sydney Opera House from another video. I will skip that in a moment. And now I search for InspireNet RMBG. There's also an advanced version where we can set thresholds. I will not show this now today. You can also play around a little bit with it. It's basically the same node, but with a threshold setting. It's like a threshold for the, let's say, edge detection. But anyway, this one works always kind of good. So we connect the image part with the image. Now we get two things in return. We get, first of all, an image that we can preview, and we get a mask. And why is the mask important? Because the mask is like a binary image, black and white, that indicates where the object is and what is the part of the background. So of course, if we have an image with certain colors or so, we have certain structures and patterns. It's maybe not 100% easy to see where the background is and what parts have been removed. The mask makes it more easier. And the mask is also an essential part of ComfyUI for later processes. But today we'll just display the mask as well. So we draw it here. Then we convert the mask to image. You see that the mask has a different color. It's green, and now it returns something blue, namely also the image part. And now we have on the top, we will have the removed background and our, let's say, human readable image. And on the bottom, we will have our binary image. And I would suggest that I load now the handbag, and then we see what will happen. So what I didn't tell you is that the handbag is something I didn't find on Pinterest. I did it with AI actually, and I did it with the Quen model. So if you want to see how to use a Quen model, just go on the playlist and go to the one of the previous videos. Now this is now the workflow that we need, simple workflow to remove the background. And we simply click on the run button, and it takes some time initially. And well, on my computer it's kind of fast. We have also here an option. Don't care about this one. You can simply leave it as it is. And we have here the removed background, our handbag, and also our mask. And I would suggest let's go first to the mask. So let's overlap it here. And it looks kind of nice. We see that, for example, also this part here has been identified as a background, which is not 100% correct. So we need maybe some adjustments afterwards. But overall, all the edges have been identified kind of well. So we can zoom into our removed background, and we see, well, it has not been removed really 100%. Unfortunately, it didn't see it as part of the handbag, but that's what we can use for the with the advanced settings, with the advanced node, where you can also adjust the thresholds, for example, because it's possible that objects or persons in different light settings need different thresholds to work properly. But overall, the default setting works kind of nice for this particular task. Now you have everything. You can also use another node, not the preview image, but the save image node. And then you have your object of desire without any clutter or noise that you can put easily on a canvas for your mood board, for example, that does not distract people, you know, with background stuff like, I don't know, flowers or trees or chairs or or furniture or what have you. So I think, or I hope, you learned something today, how to use background removal, a model that you can also use in a commercial context, which is kind of nice. And if you have even some questions, just leave me a comment, and I would say, until next time. Thanks everybody for watching this video, and thank you also for this growing community now with a few more subscribers and also the views we have and also the comments. So if you like the video, if you think our content is important for your work or also for your colleagues or other persons you think they like using Comfy and need an interesting and easy to use entry point, suggest them our account, suggest them our channel, and also don't forget to subscribe and like the video, please. It really helps us to grow as a startup. It really helps to grow us as an educational platform and also for our workshops we provide in another context in the offline world. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time.